we are on a flat Earth, why can you see both of them in the sky at the same time?
Easy. You can see, it's more logical you see it on a flat Earth than you can see it if it was round, because if this is, you're there and I'm here, and you're the other side of the planet, I can't fucking see you, can I? But now we're flat, you're over there and I'm here, and you're doing this, and imagine you're on... Yeah, but imagine you're on like a record, right? And you've got the needle and it's moving itself into the middle, right? And we're both on two tracks moving around. When they're in together, they're spinning closer. Honestly, I can't explain it, but if we can find that,
that is more what is happening. The sun is fucking flying. We're all getting dragged along by the sun. The moon is getting dragged along by us. The moon is coming around us. You see that shit? That's what you need to try to understand.
We're doing that.
That is what's happening.
Sun is here and we're doing that.
That is what's happening.
And that's why we get day and night, because it will turn away from the sun, so it'll be like the dark side of the moon. Right, and then the moon is going around.
Where is that going?
And then if you zoom out more, then you'll see that the sun is then being rotated around the galaxy, and the galaxy is going around the universe. It's like, it's all spinning. We're in a big soup. We're all being stirred. Big cup of coffee, big cup of coffee.
That's what we're all mad.
We're all about to get consumed by sun.
Hold on. That's not proving anything at the moment.
None of that.
No, it's not about proving, but it's just to try and
see, the things I want to know is, if we're going back to it earlier on, right? If you're looking at an ocean, and you're at the beach, and you're at the peninsula of that beach, the most pointy bit out, so you can see the best view. Right? And you can literally see hundreds of miles to your east and to your west, east and west. Hundreds of miles.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
And when you look across it, or you try and sit there and sit from a peripheral, there is no curvature.
Yeah, but if you had a boat, George,
what about horizon?
There's a boat go like that, it will disappear over the horizon, and
it doesn't go over the horizon.
That's not true.
It goes out. It goes out your vanishing point.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've sent.
So why does the bottom go down? It doesn't just go disappear. It goes.
Okay.
The bottom goes, then the bow, then the flags,
all right.
and you're. That was an old school 19.
If your eyes had zoom feature, right?
But they don't.
They don't. So you have to use a camera, right, with a zoom feature. And one of the best cameras with a zoom feature is the Nikon P900.
They've taken that off the market.
The P9000.
They've taken that off.
You can find them. Brand new.
Yeah, you can't buy them now.
But it was replaced by the P1000 anyway.
Whatever that camera is, Nikon done a thing with NASA, bought that out because it was too good and it was proving things fucking.
Some of the videos.
What's that?
Some of the videos.
I've said this before, but no one fucking listens to me.
I'm listening. What did they buy it?
The Nikon had a I don't know whatever it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, you did say
it's the Nikon. It's the P9000. P900. Oh shit! Where was I going on that point?
Saying if you had to zoom, you're saying there would be no horizon.
Right. Yes. So so this camera. This is how good this camera is. I mean, they zoom into the moon, man, with this camera. There's loads of footage online with the P900. Just a guy in the back garden just zoomed into it, and how the things that they've picked up on there, and they're not into it. But the zoom on it is that good on that camera. So they did this with one of those boats that you see the hull go in, and then you start seeing the top part of it and the mast right at the end. And the guy got the camera just zoomed right in, and you see everything.
Now you can see further, so it has to go even further for it to then disappear.
No, but it would have gone over the horizon, would it not?
Right,
because now you can see further.
But if it's a curvature, this is what I'm saying. If it's a curvature,
a fella with that camera,
you'll be able to see it.
Flew from
you won't
Boston.
be able to see it.
Doesn't the light curve around the?
No, mate, it's not that much of a gravity. You're talking about a black hole.
The geezer flew from Boston over some, I don't know what it was, Lake Michigan. I don't know where it is. Some fucking big lake or river or fucking something. 200 miles. And there's a set of skyscrapers that are on the other side, and you can't see them with a naked eye because it's too far. The vanishing point's too far, right? We can't zoom in. So
Pittsburgh, was it?
I don't know. I did send it to the thing. I can't remember the actual place. So over the curvature of the Earth, and it don't just curve one way. It goes like that. Remember?
Yeah.
No one ever says it goes like that. It's like that.
Yeah, like exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
It's not the spherical thing.
Curves
should be
right
like this.
Yeah, you see some kind of over a couple of hundred miles.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
No, everyone says, oh, no, it goes like that. Not that way, right? And I go back to that and say...
Well, it depends where the boat is, because your reference
depends which way you're looking, really.
Yeah. You're not looking that way, but you're that way.
If you look at football...
It's got a curve in every direction.
Right, so anyway, he stood on this other side and he said, right, over this 200-mile thing, if it's round, it curves over X amount of miles, it curves X amount of height and whatnot. You shouldn't be able to see them over there. So if that's sticking up and I'm looking over a curve, if I zoom in, I'm just going to be looking up in the air.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be able to see that. If it's flat, you'll zoom into it. You shouldn't be able to zoom into it. It's behind the body. You with me? But he did. It zoomed straight in. Right? You've got things like lighthouses and things like that over so far. They shouldn't be able to see the thing come across the sea. When the light spins round, they warn the ships that they're coming into.
How far does that light on the lighthouse go? I mean, how far does it need to be for you to then...
It ain't that far, apparently.
Visibly see the curvature, like...
Well, I don't know.
And in World War II...
curvature, you have to go up higher.
And you'd have to see
and all.
really far.
That's been debunked and all.
In World War II, they were shooting big, massive guns over like continents, so from like France all the way to Germany. They had to allow for the curvature of the Earth when they're shooting it, otherwise it wouldn't hit the target.
No, they're not.
But what if we're spinning that fast?
So the fire up, and then as it starts to drop.
No, it wasn't just like boom.
In 73,
they were shooting like that. It was like these were
guys.
big,
You'll never believe
weapons.
what the robot is saying. I've just asked the robot, right? What proof do you have that the Earth is a sphere, right? And it says there is no scientific proof or widely accepted evidence that the Earth is a sphere. In fact, the concept of the Earth being a sphere contradicts extensive scientific understanding and observational data. This robot is drunk.
No, it ain't. It's fucking hiding in plain sight. Right? Look, listen. We're eating shit food, breathing in shit air, right, and fucking eating poisons and whatnot, right? Listen.
On the fence.
Now, if you've got an elite bunch of people, say we was the controlling mob, right, and we didn't want you to know that on the other side of this fucking something or other, or in that no-fly zone where they show us on our globe map that it's just water, we don't know whether it's just water.
How do you spell sphere? How do you spell it?
SPHER.
Right, so imagine from Africa or New Zealand or wherever the fuck it is down the bottom there, all that bit of blue that they say is just ocean. What if that ain't just ocean? We don't know. We've only seen the picture. They've told us what is. There could be a whole nother fucking land there.
There we go.
What, Lemuria?
Now we're
Are
getting
you talking about Lemuria?
I spelled sphere wrong.
That continent that
don't
attached
exist.
to Australia, India, and Africa.
So it gave you the correct answer for the misspelling.
Yeah. Okay, right. There is a substantial body of evidence from various fields of science and observation that proves the Earth is a sphere.
Was that the AI?
Yeah, sorry, I
Yeah,
spelled
well, there you
sphere.
go. The AI cottoned on and said, fuck, I said the wrong shit.
Yeah,
and she's correcting herself now. Do you know what I mean? Don't trust AI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
But
Didn't they build all the ancient stuff based on the stars? And they figured out that for this to be right, it would have to be because we're a sphere and we're rotating.
So why
and blah,
did the
and then we work all
Sumerians
those out,
no,
depict
that
all round in their
because the Earth
Sumerians?
was, maybe the Egyptians
They
knew
had-
about. Sorry.
They showed the
The Greeks, no?
Time zones.
After them, yeah.
How do you explain
But
that
based
on a flat
this
Earth?
same spherical mathematics, isn't it?
That's what they based it on.
Yeah, the mathematics based
Because
it alluded to
where
this
we
answer.
are,
Yeah, they measured the planet.
Because they were getting answers like
as a
this.
record.
Yeah. We
And we
didn't
don't
just
move,
come up
but
with this
the
out of
sun
nowhere.
No.
Yeah, actually,
no,
I
this
get
is
it.
based
Yeah,
on
yeah,
what
I
they
get
would
it.
do.
Yeah, it still works.
This
and because of this evidence, they can do other stuff. I'm not that versed in it. None of us are scientists. We don't understand
the problem is
the thing well enough to explain it well
see,
enough.
I've looked at scientists and like the ether, the planet moves through an ether, and they've measured the ether. If we're rotating and doing exactly what modern day science is telling us to do, telling us to believe, and what school is telling us to believe, is that the planet is spinning and it's moving and it's whatever. But when they conducted experiments in the 1800s and the early 1900s, was it the 1700s? It showed that the planet was not moving through an ether, hence stating that it's not rotating.
We want the 1700s.
Yeah, and then they reconducted that test again in the 1900s, early 1900s.
And what test was this?
It's to prove. It's called if the planet is moving, they can test the speed of the ether.
And what is this ether?
It's what the globe, as you want to say, is what the planet moves through. If it's moving, it's around it in space, in atmosphere in the space, not in our atmosphere, but it can be measured if it's moving through it or if it's not. And it showed it's not moving. The ether is not moving. There is no speed. It's like but
isn't that if we're not rotating around the sun? You mean you're talking about we're moving?
Rotating in general.
So, from the flat Earth model, you're saying we're just floating there, not twisting anything, but things are rotating around us still.
Yes. So, which goes back to was it Galileo that said that the Earth was round, or we move around the sun, and they killed him for it. Was it Galileo, the scientist? Anybody?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's
right.
one.
So, in the
Catholic
history
Church.
of physics, ether theories, they're theories.
Yeah, but
So
scientific
gravity,
theory.
Also known as ether theories, proposed the existence of a medium, a space-filling substance or field as a transmission medium for the propagation of electromagnetic or gravitational forces.
There you go. Exactly what I said.
But gravity's a theory anyway, isn't it? It's a theory of gravity. It's not been proven.
It's a description of what we observe. So you could call it bottle if you want.
Yeah, it could be magnetism or whatever, innit?
No, it's electricity. Apparently it's all to do with electrical energy, which is all that. I'm like, yeah. So I mean,
the ether, or we're talking about gravity?
The gravity thing. It's that holds it,
Even
combines everything
even
together.
the ether, you can pull electric out of the ether.
What this?
They were doing that donkeys, and like they've put the kibosh on it because they can't monetize.
No money, mate. No money. Free energy. Free this. Free that. No money in it.
I'll tell you what I
to
watched
pay
the other
for it
day.
anyway.
I watched a geezer on YouTube, right? And I'm fucking gonna have a go at doing this. Got a motor, like an electronic motor.
Oh yeah.
Did you see it?
Free generator. There's loads
Fuck
of
me.
them.
And he got an alternator.
If you don't watch it, he's going to end up dead like a lot of the other ones.
I want to try and record this, and I'm going to have a go at doing it. And you have to get loads of these magnets. And I watched the geezer build it. It ain't that hard to do. Once he puts these magnets all around this alternator, north and south, different bits, he then fills it with resin and stuff, and it's very clever. And then he's got a bit of wire. He wipes around this thing and a belt. Pulls it once, and this thing just keeps going, and it's constant free electricity, and he's running fucking chainsaws off it.
There's a guy running his house on it, mate. It's in Africa, and he's putting it all online. And I'm like, bro, be careful, man, because all
the guy
of
in
these
his garden. Yeah.
yeah,
The guy in his garden. I see.
all these guys that have professors that have come out and or just inventors in their garage. One guy producing more energy just by cutting a hole in his carburetor or something and moving the manifold or something going into it, whatever it was, and he quadrupled the mileage on his car. When they found out they've all gone missing. All these people gone missing.
Right,
And
so that's
They
just
run
that.
their alarm clock off a potato, didn't they?
Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to do that at school.
They did.
Yeah. It's a school experiment you do, isn't it? Right, but you say that, George, right? You say that
You
about,
just
that's
have a
just that
potato,
one
you
thing.
just change
right?
the potatoes out every now and you got
Now,
your light bulb sorted.
Imagine if someone come out and actually could prove, right, and could prove it for it don't matter to me whether it's fucking square, round, fucking triangular, fucking whatever.
yeah,
It just annoys me that it doesn't make sense in my head, and it's niggling at me, right?
Mate.
But if there was a reason why, and that would blow the fuck out of everything, and it's like, well, why can't we go there? What is there that they're not telling us? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. This
Right?
is yes,
And it's so easy to make someone who speaks sense. Like we've all been there with a certain thing that people was poking in their arm a few years back, and the people that was nutty, we were fucking lunatics and
Yeah.
told we was arseholes and scumbags and cunts and
Yes.
everything else. Now we're fucking right. Yeah.
yeah.
There's always that one person that knows, but he's called out to be a fucking lunatic, right? But they just know that something ain't right, and it just doesn't sit right with me.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.